So we were just harassed out of all places, a Barnes and Noble. Like, first of all, that's insulting within itself. Dear Barnes and Noble, this is for you guys. You know, books are dying out, right? You know, people, I'm sure you want to hold on to every customer that you've got. But when you have certain people making other people feel uncomfortable at your stores and then following them to a parking lot to harass them, there might be an issue. I'm going to tell you what happened. So we are in Brookfield, Wisconsin right now. I'm not afraid to say where it is. This is the Barnes & Noble in Brookfield, Wisconsin. It's in the mall. It's a big one. I think it's on Moreland Street. So while me and Steve are dashing. And while we're dashing, we decided to stop by this mall because we've been recommended the mall. The mall, we were asking people at the hotel, what's a good place to, you know, eat? See, oh, you guys see this one mall. It's really gorgeous. You'll love it. And there's a big Barnes & Noble. Great. I love Barnes & Noble. Love to read books. I still love physical copies of books. So I'm sitting out there just looking at the building while Steve decides to go in there. He had to use the bathroom real fast because we were running back and forth to the food court because that's where we're getting a lot of orders from. Apparently, while Steve was in there, he goes up, he has to go use the bathroom. On his way out, he sees like an owl. You know, Steve, like, loves every beautiful thing on the planet. An owl, like, on this shelf, like a picture of an owl or something like that. So he takes a picture, and then he sees the rest of the store is huge, so he takes a picture to show me, like, how beautiful the store is, right? And then he starts walking out. And, of course, you know, a rent-a-cop or whatever he is, this little douchebag in a jacket, decides to start following him. And follows him all the way out to the edge of the store and then stops him and says, why are you taking pictures? And Steve's like, well, I was just taking pictures of like the beautiful scenery and whatever. Freaks Steve out a little bit. And Steve's like, okay. So now keep in mind, he has left the store. I've never even been in the store. And I never even stepped foot, and I'm never going there now. You lost a customer because I buy lots of books. I love it. So you guys are, you know, I'm pissed. So we're sitting in the car waiting for an order that's right next. We get an order right next door to like I think a Korean restaurant or something like that. We get out of the car. Keep in mind, we are parked in a parking lot not too close to the store. Oh, wait, side note. Before that, I'm looking and you know when you feel somebody looking at you. I keep seeing somebody on the top floor, there's a 2-level Barnes & Noble, staring at us. Like this heavyset guy is just staring, and I can tell he works at the store. He's got some kind of schmuck or schmata on or whatever, and he's sitting there and he's like, just staring, and just to like go like, to see if he was actually staring at me. I'm like, maybe he's not staring at me. Maybe I'm being paranoid. I go like this, right? And then he does this. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, I'm from Chicago, so this is my, hi, how are you? And then he's like, and I'm like, okay, I don't need this right now. We get an order, Korean restaurant next door. Steve, let's go. Steve's like, I'm on it. You make good money out in parts of Wisconsin doing DoorDash, just FYI. So we get out. And all of a sudden, this little douchey 5-foot white guy in a little leather jacket comes out, walks right up to Steve and goes, excuse me a second, can I ask you something, with the biggest attitude I've ever seen for somebody who's, you know, practically a midget. Goes up there and he's like, can I ask you something? Can I ask you something? Why are you taking pictures? I lost my shit. First of all, we're on our way somewhere else. We are not walking back to your store. We're walking this way. Second off, I go, so I lost my shit. I say, excuse me. Steve starts answering. I'm like, you don't have to tell him anything. I don't know who this person is. So I said, who are you? He wouldn't answer. He keeps talking to Steve. He's like, well, I want to know why you're taking pictures. I said, no. Steve starts telling him. I said, who are you? It's not important who I am. And of course, then I was very Christian-like, and I said, please and thank you. And okay, yeah, there was a lot of 4-letter words. I lost my shit. I said, F you, go F yourself. I said, get out of our effing face. I said, who are you? Identify yourself. He keeps going on and on. And he's like kind of sort of following Steve a little bit. I'm pulling Steve away. I said, you don't have to talk to him. He is not your dad. He is not a lawyer. I don't know who this guy is. And I said, who are you? I've asked you 4 fucking times who you are. I don't have to tell you who I am. We don't gotta fucking talk to you, bitch. So we start walking away, and he has the balls to turn around and goes, you guys are very rude. I'm like, you got the right day. You got the right day and the right guy. And I turn around. I said, we're very rude. I said, you're a poor representation for that place. I know you work there, obviously. You won't say what capacity. Apparently, he's the manager, allegedly. I don't know for sure. Steve said that he thought he saw a tag that he was. This guy would not give us a tag outside. You know, when you're by my car practically walking up to us to ask us why someone is taking pictures. We are no longer in your store. I'm not going to your fucking store from now on. Yet stores, if you treat people like that, especially when we're from out of town, you really give everybody a bad representation of your business. You're horrible at your business if that's how you treat people at a Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble, I've never had a problem in my life like that. Never. And he keeps going on and on and on about like, oh, we're rude. Well, I was being rude at that point. I don't care because you can't tell me who you are. Tell me, you know what? I'm security. You know, we're not big fans of people taking pictures, you know, or if you don't want anybody to take any cell phone pictures of anything in there, have a sign like a lot of other businesses do, like, please, no cell phone, no photography. Everybody knows from then on, okay, no, I'm not taking a picture of anything, not even a book in here. But I'll bet you there's no problem if somebody's taking a picture. What if I got to decide between two books that somebody wants me to get? Like, I want you to get Judy's Big Day at the Dance or something like that. I don't know which. I see two books like that. I got to take a picture, right? Are they going to come chase me around for that? I was just offended this guy's like following us out and harassing us when we're not even in your store. Mind your business, midget. I'm not interested in what you have to say. And don't tell me I'm rude when you are following us outside of a store. Don't follow me. If you had a problem with him, identify yourself. Say, you know what? I really appreciate if you don't do that. There's a way to say things. I wouldn't have gone off on you if you'd opened up the conversation a certain way. If you would have said, you know what? I know we're not in the store right now, but I kind of didn't like that you were taking pictures. Why were you taking? Maybe I would have been a little bit. Okay, I probably would have been. I would have been a little bit better. But to sit there and not identify when I asked you at least 4 times, who are you? He sits and stares at me. I said, who? But he continues to ask Steve personal questions about what's on his phone and stuff. I said, no, who are you? So Steve's got to ask everybody, like, well, who do you think? Who do you think was in the right? And some people are saying, listen, you can't take pictures in a business or whatever. That's true. I don't know Wisconsin law. I don't know. I haven't taken pictures out anywhere, so I'm not really concerned about it. But here's what I know. I know that there are certain places where there's an expectation of privacy, aka hospitals, emergency rooms, more adult-themed places, because I used to work in like an adult store, like strip clubs, stuff like that. There's an expectation that you're not going to show somebody and possibly get them in trouble, whatever. There were no people in his photos. I don't think there's an expectation of privacy in a freaking bookstore. But maybe there is. But put a sign up and do not follow me or my friend to a car and besiege us with a bunch of questions and not even identify yourself. That was another thing. I yelled at him 3 times. I said, are you a cop? Are you a cop? Are you mute? Do I sign language your ass? Are you a cop? He wouldn't say anything. I said, so you're not a cop. You won't tell me who you are. I said, get the fuck out of my face. I'm done dealing with you. Ending of the story. We go back a little bit later, get something from Chick-fil-A to another DoorDash order. And they're like, oh, we saw what happened outside. You guys, that guy went off. What's wrong? What happened? Ooh, we were sitting there eating popcorn and shit. So at least we entertained somebody. But yeah, I just want to get on and vent about it and just say Barnes & Noble for the one in Brookfield, Wisconsin. I forgot what the name of the street was in that one mall. Yeah, really bad way to do business as far as I'm concerned. There's a way you talk to people, and do not follow me outside of presence when I wasn't even in there, or bother my friend when we are going the other way now. He hasn't been in there for at least 10 minutes. What's the problem? I know you're bored. Stop it.